Hey, what's going on, guys? In this episode, we're going to see if this rusted Jeep will make it 1,100 miles through 7 states. How do I get myself into these things? This was my mom's Jeep. She bought it brand new in 2002, and they've taken great care of it. It's got 125,000 miles on it. They haven't driven it that much. But they live in the Great White North of Pennsylvania, and if you've ever lived in the Great White North, you will know in the winters, you drive anything in the winter, the salt and snow and all that kind of stuff will just destroy metal. It just eats the metal once it all gets all up in there, and it just starts eating it. So they've been having a problem every year, just basically just chasing the rust. They have to fix something every year to get past inspection. So it's getting to be too much. So I'm going to be the new caretaker of this vehicle. I'm going to take it down to Florida. We don't have the inspections that they do. I'll fix up the stuff on the frame and get the structural part of the Jeep nice and strong and weld it up. And then the body we'll worry about down the road. But let me just show you real quick this Jeep, and we're going to hit the road. All right, guys, so this Jeep here, these fenders they replaced, and you can see they're already rotting, which is crazy because they just replaced these fenders. These are brand new, and they replaced them like 2 years ago. But you get those winter, that's salt. I don't know. They should not do this, though, in a couple years. It's very strange. Come down here, you got rust here, and it's, you know, it's going all through there. You got stuff around the body mounts in the back here, so that stinks. You got the body mount here on the other side, but, I mean, that's what happens up there. See? Same spot on this side. Probably in here, too. I didn't look in here, but I'm sure it's the same way. Stuff like that. And then the worst part is down on the frame. All right, so down on the frame, around where the cross member, basically the cross member is like a cross member / skid plate, and it bolts up to the frame with like 6 big bolts. Those nuts that the bolts screw into are like welded into the bottom of the frame rail, and you'll get rust between those two things. And once it rots so bad, those nuts that hold the bolts and the skid plate and the cross member and all that up, they'll rot, and it'll just come through and the whole powertrain can fall down. So this one on the passenger side, the front bolt, that definitely was happening. You could see that it was no longer attached in the front. The back two's still good. So they have a flux core welder we picked up a couple years ago that we keep up there at their house, and I just crudely took some metal and welded it between the two to support it for the trip so that we don't have no problems. And I'll show you that real quick. You can see here, it's just, we welded a little plate between the skid plate and here because this is no longer attached. You can see that's all scaly and rusted on the frame. Another little piece of metal there, ground it down, welded it on with that flux core welder, which they don't have a whole lot of amps in that garage, so we couldn't get a lot of heat in it, but it definitely penetrated. I could see on the backside. We did that on all 4 corners of this just to, it holds by itself, but I don't know how much of this is there between the two. So we just wanted something for the trip, so we did this all the way around just to help support that for the trip. The other thing we did, these tires are like brand new. I don't know when they replaced them, but it had to be pretty recently. They were all a little low. We aired them up. This one here had a nail in it. We pulled the nail, put a plug in there, a little bit of glue on the plug, a little rubber cement, and that'll hold just fine. And then under the hood, let me show you under there. All right, see under the hood, this all looks nice and tidy. They never did anything to this Jeep. It's basically just stock. I mean, they just drove it. They had good time with it. They enjoyed it. And the valve cover's leaking a little bit. No big deal there. We'll replace that. And that oil's kind of running down there. I don't know if you can see it. I took the air cleaner out, or the air filter rather, and just blew it out with air. Filter looked good. It just had a bunch of like dandelions and stuff in it, so I wanted to get those all out. Blew that out. Checked all the fluids, serviced them all up. Oil was good, trans fluid looks good, levels are good. The only thing we added was a little Rain-X to this. Rain-X on the windshield for any rain we're going to go through. It's not getting hot. We did some test driving around the yard. Doesn't get hot, runs good. So that's a long trip, and this thing has not been driven very much in the last 7-8 months. So we'll see how she goes. The other things I had to do is that the AC, I had to mess with that a little bit. It did work, but the blower motor only worked on high. It wouldn't work on any other settings. So I figured that was probably the speed ballast resistor. It was. I replaced it. It was kind of a pain. It's behind the dash, behind the glove box. Replaced that. All the speeds work now, so that's good. The other thing we ran into was the AC was stuck on the floor vents. So that's usually your actuator, something going on with the actuator, and these are vacuum actuated. So I checked all the vacuum lines. I found a vacuum line down here underneath the battery that goes into the, it's like a vacuum canister. The rubber boot was cracked. We cut that shorter, stuck it back on. That all works now. The blender door moves, blows out the vents. We're good to go. So next step is to turn the key on this thing and start that trip. So, all right, so I got my co-pilot with me, my daughter. And we'll probably be swapping out as we go. My son is going to be riding with my wife, and they're going to be in the chase car. It's her brand new Accord. Should get a little better mileage. Speaking of mileage, I'm thinking it's going to get around 15 miles to the gallon. I don't know. What's your guess?
17.
17. I would rather have 17 than 15. So hopefully we don't have any issues or any major issues along the way. We're going to go through the mountains of West Virginia and stuff like that. Should be some pretty cool stuff. We're going to make a kind of a vacation out of the journey to Florida, so maybe make a few stops. You might get to see some cool stuff that you might want to check out. I don't know if you're ever in that area. So stay tuned and ride along with us. Let's check it out. All right, let's light this baby off and hit the road. Oh yeah, we topped her off. She's already warmed up. She ran down to the gas station, filled it up. Good oil pressure, volts, everything's looking good. Radio works like a champ. It's got a sound bar. We are ready for the road. To the first fuel stop. Sheets. Oh yeah. Somerville. Yeah. What, Virginia?
West Virginia.
West Virginia. All right. She's doing good. We'll see what the fuel mileage is. I'm sure it's not good because I think we've gone 200 miles and we're almost in the red. So, but she's running good. Temp's good. All that's going good. What was wrong with this thing? But we're gonna fill it up and hit the road. I did see a flea market right down the road that we may have to check out. So, all right, so we just calculated the miles per gallon. We got 17 miles to the gallon right on the button. That's really good. I'm happy with that. I thought it was gonna be more like 15 to like low 15s. So that's really good. 87 octane. So we got her all filled up. We're gonna keep trucking. Go up here and check out this flea market we seen. We drove by it, we turned around and came back because I can't pass up a deal, you know? Check it out, see if we can find anything. Oh man, there is a 57 Chevy right there with my name on it. I'll have to check that out. On a side note, as we're pulling into the flea market here, my wife's car, she's following me in her Accord. It's a 23 Honda Accord with the turbo. Yeah. She got 45 miles to the gallon, 87 octane too. And that's calculating it by miles, not what the computer's telling you. That's crazy. So usually we don't get that much, but normally we're going a lot faster. In the Jeep, we got to go a little slower speed. So we're running about 65 miles per hour. All right, let's check this place out. I got some good stuff here. Bunch of ammo.
Okay, I'm good. Right.
A lot of military stuff.
Yeah, that's
Setup. Not bad. 57. 2-door hardtop. Ooh, look at that little small block. Check it out, Edelbrock AVS2 HEI distributor. Not bad. Non-power brakes though, manual brakes, manual steering, 4-wheel drums. She'd be, I mean, you could drive it, but she's old school. Looks pretty solid though. It's got some work in here. Definitely in the doors. Red interior. Here, let me see that. I'll see if we can get a look in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm trying to get you a good view, but I mean, there's interior in there. It's not horrible. I've seen worse. Let me get you the information, guys. There you go, right there. 15 grand. There's the number. If you're interested, it's Bel Air. Got all the trim, it looks like. Most of the trim. It looks like it's missing a piece up here. I mean, pretty much all the trim's there. He may have the rear bumper, who knows. All the side trim. Got a piece here missing, but look like there's some stuff inside too, so. Anyway, come check it out. Not bad. Some of these signs are funny. Well, come down here and get you one. Now, I got a wishing well. Little speaker. You can actually hook it up too. It's pretty cool. I think it's time to hit the road. Let's do it. All right, just left out of the flea market. We're doing pretty good so far. We've been on the road for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. I think we got an hour and 10 more to go to get to the waterfall. Brush Creek Park, I believe is the name of it. So, cruise down the road, check this place out, see what it's all about. I don't know, it looks cool on Google anyway, so. So that was the New River Gorge Bridge right here on Route 19. If you ever go over that bridge, there's a little visitor center you can pull off at the end of it. I guess that would be on the north side of the bridge. Check it out because there's an overlook. The bridge is insane. It's so tall, it's crazy. And you can go whitewater rafting in the gorge down below and stuff, and you can see people coming down the river if you stop at the visitor center. Go in the visitor center too if it's open because there's a bunch of cool stuff about coal mining and also a big window that you get a really good view of everything. And you can hike down some stairs to a couple lookouts too and check it out. So definitely check that out if you're ever in this area. So continuing the journey. Well, hitting another toll. This one is $4.25. That is crazy. And you have to pay cash, so you're gonna have to get in line with somebody. $4.25. All right. What's going on, bud?
Busy, man.
I can do that.
But all we got sitting there.
Oh man, that's awesome. Have a good one, bud. Well, $4.25. All right, moving on. These beautiful mountains. Look at that flag. Greatest country in the planet. It's awesome. This is a skinny road. That is cool. What do you think? Huh?
It's really cool.
This is crazy. Well, don't go down there. The old Jeep's loving it. She's doing good. Oh yeah. We're in the hills now. That's cool. Look at this bridge. Man, that is cool. A little burnout action right there. Oh, that's awesome.
You can get off here and walk down to it.
Oh yeah, you get a little trail down there. Wow. This is really cool. Look at that. Guess that's 77. You don't really want to meet too many people on this road because it is extremely skinny. Looks like we got a little over a mile to go yet on this thing. This is crazy. Look, the road's just falling off right there. They built up a wall, it looks like. See, you can see where the road's falling out. And they, right there, the concrete. And they built a wall to keep it from completely just falling off the mountain. That's cool. Look at this, people on horses and side-by-sides. Another underpass. We're coming up on another Jeep guy. Right there. He's got his four-ways on. He must have been a little scared coming up the hill there. So he's driving with his hazards on. All right, here we are. Brush Creek Falls. Cut down this road. See what we got. Looks like we're coming up on the pull-off spot. Not sure where we should park. All right, we're on the hiking trail. Looks like Brush Creek Falls, quarter mile. White Oak Creek Falls, and Trails End 1 3/4. All right, I think we can handle that. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Right?
Yes.
Got the whole family. Brush Creek Falls. 33 feet. Blah, blah. You all can pause it here and read it if you want to read it. It's pretty long. We're close. It's pretty cool. Got people just chilling up there. What we got? We got a jumper here. It's possible. I think this guy's trying to build himself up into jumping. There he goes. He made it. There he is. He's alive. Yay! Down this trail, then you go down here. It's pretty skinny. If you're going to do something like this, I'm in Vans, which isn't great, but don't wear shoes like this. Not a good idea. There's a lot of rocks, a lot of slippery, like shell and stuff like that. But trying to get a better look at this. See if we can get down here. What do you think?
Gnarly.
This is cool. Kind of a cutout over there. Wow. It's awesome. Now the hike back up. Do not slide and fall down there. Yep. That'd be a rough one. All right, making our way back to the Jeep. Family's already way ahead of me. Looks like we got about 740 miles to the house from here. We're not making that tonight. Definitely gonna do this over a couple days. We're trying to make a vacation out of the trip, I guess. Make the journey also a vacation. So get back to the Jeep and get on the road. Head back out. Get on the freeway. About to go through a tunnel. Gotta hold your breath. Oh, that's a long tunnel. You're not gonna make it. almost here. All right, made it out, man. And as soon as you come out, welcome to Virginia. Virginia's for lovers. All right, that's our third state. Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Now we're in Virginia. I think we're doing 7 states altogether. 3 states down. Not sure where we're stopping tonight. We were going to stop in Whiteville, Virginia, but it's only 4:20. So I think we're going to push it a little further and see where we get. Got another tunnel coming up. You gonna be able to hold your breath or what?
Heck no!
Yeah, well, you know, me and my brother, we used to try it all the time, and I can do it pretty much every time. I don't think he ever can do it. If he's watching this, I made it the whole way. Yep, I can hold my breath through here, no problem. Oh, she's going for it. Woo, that's a long way. Can't even see the end. Never gonna make it, never gonna make it, never gonna make it, never gonna make it. Well, you might make it, I don't know. Let's see if you can actually do it. Oh, I can actually see the light down there. You can see the light. You're almost there. If you pass out, we gotta deduct points. Oh, we're getting close. Real close. I feel like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't see any blueness. I don't see any blueness in the face or redness in the face. I'm starting to wonder. Almost there. A couple more seconds.
Made it!
Did you make it or did you cheat it? Hey, all right. All right. Nice. All right, we're getting there. Just 700 more miles. There we go, another state. Right there, welcome to North Carolina state line. Well, made it to the gas station. We still have plenty of miles left. All right, guys, so we're at the hotel. And we're gonna wrap it up for the night. We just filled up, checked the gas mileage. We got 17.95, so 18 miles to the gallon. We gained 1 mile per gallon this tank. My wife's Accord still got 45 down. A little bit better, this much. But she's running good, and we're making along. We did 450 miles today, because we're stopping and doing little journeys on the side on the way. We're not really trying to just push it. We could drive all the way through if we wanted, but we're trying to make a trip out of the trip, if you know what I mean. So that's going to wrap it up for the day. We're going to go over to Cracker Barrel, I think, and get some food and try to spool down a little, get some showers, wake up not too early probably, and just make our way back down to Florida. So again, appreciate you watching. We're going to probably wrap it up for this one on this.
And we gotta name the Jeep, so leave your names in the comments.
Yeah, we got to get a name for the Jeep. We've got a few we're throwing around, but we definitely got to name the Jeep. It's yellow, and we got to name it. I don't know. See if you have anything. Put in the comments down there. All right. See you in the next one.
Bye.
All right.
Peace.